This week in crypto has been exciting. We saw Bitcoin reach an all-time high of over 100,000 US dollars. This was literally history in making. This is a testament to the resiliency of Bitcoin. It's a fine asset, hard money, and this is one of the superior assets to just put money long term. Whatever I'm saying is not investment or financial advice, but I love to study the ultra wealthy and copy what they do. And when I see BlackRock, Fidelity, Coinbase, MicroStrategy, we have a Bitcoin ETF, meaning that crypto is becoming an asset class that any smart investor will allocate, even if it's just 1%, few
Yeah.
percent into this category of asset, because wealth creation or generation is just a principle and it doesn't respect geography, location, color, age. Provided you just apply some principles that are universally acceptable, it's important to know that it is exciting, but you can also lose your money. If you don't want to lose, maybe just put it in Bitcoin ETFs, put into Ethereum ETF. But
Or
again,
equities.
it's the fact that Bitcoin is now over $100,000,
Yes.
and this is still going to reach $1 million.
Potential.
Will not believe this. It might be up to 2030, 2032, 2035. BlackRock just started accumulating Bitcoin this year. Now their portfolio is in the billions. And when BlackRock comes into a space, they are there to make money. They are not there to lose money. I honestly believe that. Sometimes people judge Bitcoin by the volatility, by just the
Yes.
price. But that is not the way that I look at Bitcoin. This is a technology, it's a protocol that nobody controls. This is decentralized. This is freedom that anybody globally can participate in. A lot of people, when they come into Bitcoin or crypto in general, they want to play in memes. It's good to play in memes, but don't ignore the main course, the main day. As a smart investor, put it into Bitcoin. This is hard money, meaning the supply is fixed at 21 million. The demand keeps going up. Basic economics. The future for Bitcoin or even crypto is very exciting. The fact that we have Bitcoin $100,000, this was a dream several years back. Now I'm saying this is still going to go to $1 million. It looks like a dream and it's going to happen. And by the time it happens, 99.9% of every other crypto is going to still go to zero because it doesn't have any intrinsic value. It's very exciting to play in crypto, maybe have some allocation of your wealth into meme coins. But it's important to understand that this meme coin can go to the moon. It can also go to zero. Speaking of that, we saw the incident that happened with Haley Welsh or something. Literally rock pulled, meaning that she created this meme coin. And this meme coin went up to $500 million in market cap. And within minutes, this went down to maybe 30 million or even 40 or 50
People
million
lost
dollars.
millions.
As a smart investor, put it into Bitcoin. This is hard money.
Let me poke some holes there. But so I mean, potentially it can go to $1 million, right? But equally, like any other asset class, it can potentially go down to zero, right?
Bitcoin can go down again. Because why? Nations, countries, El Salvador as a nation hold Bitcoin. Nobody can control Bitcoin. Because once you understand that this is decentralized, this is just a code. This is not something that a bank or a group of people can just control. It's a game changer. The moment you understand it, that this cannot go to zero again. Back in the days, maybe when Bitcoin was still $10, $200, now it's $100,000 and institutions are now in the space. It's not just the retail investors alone. A lot of people will still be skeptics in terms of the possibility that Bitcoin will go to over $1 million. But the fact that institutions are here, nations, it's a game changer because every nation will come to see that I need to own this. The supply is fixed. So again, as much as I'm personally excited about crypto, Bitcoin, equities, this is just because I understand it and I'm naturally excited. I've spent ungodly hours just studying the space. And that's where my research and confidence comes from. But for somebody that has not done that research, the conviction is not going to be there. Bitcoin or cryptocurrency is here to stay, and it's not for the faint-hearted. But every smart investor would have at least some allocation into crypto or even Bitcoin in general. I still strongly believe that we're going to wrap 2024 up strong. Leading into 2025, 2025 is even going to be a stronger year because of all the catalysts that are working in our favor. When we have business leaders in leadership, they understand the economy. I believe that is a good tailwind for the market in general because they understand how to allocate capital efficiently. I was seeing all the indices, the Dow, the S&P 500, and the NASDAQ in the green, that just means that a lot of capital has been sitting on the sideline because there's been a lot of uncertainties in the market. But the moment that was off, we saw how the market has been rallying. Again, in as much as I'm saying that, it doesn't mean that the market might not correct. There might be some correction. But overall, I strongly believe that 2025 is going to be an amazing year. I see that the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, the Dow, they're going to even be higher than what it is today. What am I doing personally? I just keep this saying over time. And as a smart investor, I just prefer to invest my money into asset that keeps appreciating over time and keeps working for me. And it's so simple. Either it's in equities or in crypto. It's just me allocating capital that can keep working for me 24/7. And as always, may the market be in our favor. Do your own research and don't invest more than you can afford to lose.